Hi, I'm Shalini. As the Global Ambassador for the Women Entrepreneurship Day, I'm super excited to be hosting this day in India. Through this platform at Web, what we're hoping to do is for our speakers and panels to share the successes and the challenges that they face in their day-to-day work. And the speakers that we have today are also women from all backgrounds, from all hues coming to share their journeys with us. They are women who have done the unthinkable, they are dreamers, and they really believe in leaving a legacy for women entrepreneurs to follow. I would like to start the session with our first speaker, Arpita.
I have a company called Buttercups. It's a lingerie brand that we launched about 2 years ago. So I used to run a retail store. I lost a lot of money because it was a bad business model. But I knew that there is a space to do what I want to do. One is educate women in lingerie. Second is to help them find the right size. And third is to follow that up with a good fitting bra. So here are my little lessons of learning. Don't be scared of failing, because when you fail, you learn. Right? So I've learned so much from failing that I am not going to make those silly mistakes again, ever. And I think we live in a mindset where we're told that, you know, family comes first, children come first. I understand all of that, yes. But so as equally important is that if you commit yourself to building something, that should have equal importance.
Favorite story was Nortel was my first job. So I joined Nortel as an intern, and I was brought in full time. First day on the job, room full of men, and there was just me, right? So I walk in there, young Indian girl, and they look at me and they say, "What's your name?" La la, you know, look at me and I said, "Yeah." And they said, "You know, your name is too difficult. We're going to call you Lucky." And I looked around and I said, "Lucky?" I said, "His name is Ron." I said, "Sure, Ron, I'll call you John. If you can't remember my name, I can't remember yours," right? So there was silence across the board, and then they suddenly realized that they couldn't necessarily dismiss me, which is number one. Two, I knew I had to work hard, and it wasn't a question of competing with the boys. It was really competing with myself. The minute you stop having those unconscious biases about yourself, you will go out there and you will perform, you will be recognized. So seriously, if you're a great candidate, you will make it, regardless of your gender.
I was staying in a PG. There was a girl from Northeast who knew how to make homemade chocolates. And I went to a college where there were a lot of rich kids. So what I would do is I would stay in a place called Jayanagar. She taught me how to make homemade chocolates. I learned how to make it. I would make it after my college. Buy these beautiful looking wrappers from Jayanagar BDA complex and sell it at my college. Well, initially it was awkward because I've never done something like this. But after that, I didn't feel bad. First people would say, okay, maybe she doesn't have money. So what if somebody said, I don't have money? So why is there that guard that if you don't have, you're only restricted to go to a VC, this person, that? Go ask your friends, your relatives, whoever you need. If you believe that you have the potential to make it big, don't restrict yourself for a validation by a VC or an angel. That's your first mistake that you're making.
It's also like hustling through.
Absolutely, because you're somehow setting yourself up with a mindset that that's a validation. I made homemade chocolates, I stitched clothes. I would write content in the middle of the night because that's what I was good at. And at the end of my first year of college, I was making 6,500 to 7,000 rupees all on my own. Today, you know, celebrating a Women Entrepreneurship Day, I feel is more of a celebration of saying that, you know, a woman is a womb plus a man. You have the power. When you have the power to create life, how should anyone stop you from ideating and giving life to what you believe has the ability to manifest and become big? One thing which most entrepreneurs forget, the hustle is not about raising money. It starts a lot later than it's about managing expectations of people. They're your biggest resources. Some of the best companies are bootstrapped. Right?
Infosys, like, yeah. I heard for the longest time.
Pallav Nadani, who runs Fusion Chart, is a good friend of mine. That guy is bootstrapped, never raised a penny. He got great people together. He knew how to nurture great people. A true leader always finds people who are better than him.
Women naturally are leaders. You actually have to, you juggle, you multitask a lot, then you know how to balance. You're balancing in-laws, you're balancing parents, you're balancing kid, your work, your ambition. So you are very good in balancing, which is something a leader is required to do. And then you're patient. So you have old people at home, you're the ones generally taking more initiatives. So you know how to put up the tolerance and which is what a leader needs to do. You may be going through a lot inside, but as a leader, you always have to pose positive attitude, and you've got to have to make everything's fine, everything will be okay. So I don't know why people think women are not good in finance. I mean, I just heard a story where the tailor I went to, where she was saying that there were women who were having 30 lakhs and 50 lakhs inside their homes stored without their husband's knowledge base. When you take up higher positions and other leadership positions, you can assign jobs to others. Okay, so that's why I always encouraged women to take leadership positions.
I hope all of you will go back home being a little bit inspired to take that step forward.